They dedicate their lives to helping orphaned animals. They open their hearts and homes to all the challenges of raising a young life, no matter how large or small. They are the Wildlife Nannies. Today on Wildlife Nannies, Manfred and his wife Helen have raised hundreds of wombats over the years. This couple wouldn't give up their babies for anything in the world, and they do everything with them. Quality family time is the motto in this household, and baby wombat Brady has an exciting day ahead of him. He's off to visit a kindergarten for the first time. And the three wolf pups, Rabia, Raksha, and Rowan, are being relocated and meeting their new parents, Jesco and Tristan, for the first time. Nanny Pascal is taking care of these three orphans and now wants to make sure that her babies get used to this new patchwork family. But will this introduction to new wolf parents work? Will there be a happy ending?
There we are. Look, isn't that nice? That's Chloe. Chloe is a big hairy-nosed wombat. It's a little girl. And she's a real sucky wombat. And we have lots of cuddles and tummy rubs.
And this is Chloe's home, the Wombat Hotel in Adelaide, Southern Australia.
She's already had...
It's tea time at the Haida House, just like in every proper British household, and promptly at 5 p.m. While baby Chloe's being spoiled by her daddy Manfred, Brady is cuddled up on mommy Helen's lap.
Some too. You had yours. Yes, you have. Look, there's your friend.
It's nice to have
There's your friend.
coffee on the terrace.
Oh, you beautiful girl. Yes, you are.
The Haidas adopted Chloe a year ago. She barely weighed 2 pounds and had to be hand-fed with a bottle every 2 hours. Now she weighs an astonishing 34 pounds.
Family tea time, yeah. Afternoon tea with the children. Hello.
You don't like that, do you? Yeah, you don't have that.
There are lots of other children out there, aren't they? That is you. That's Amber when she was little.
And Chloe came
Yeah, and the ears. Yeah, that's you. You big. That's you. Look. When you
Daddy
were little.
Manfred likes to get a little sentimental about his favorite, and baby pictures are an important part of that.
She's part of the family. Wouldn't give her up for anybody. Yes. And Brady is tired.
Yes, he's sleeping. Yeah, you're still a baby.
Too, she noticed she's getting grey. And I said,
Yeah.
well, that's when the hair
That's
comes
the hair's
through. Yeah.
coming through.
So it's a bit, but it's a kilo.
That's a good one with the pouch.
Yeah.
Baby Brady rebels at bedtime, like all children. However, soon it's peaceful and quiet in the heated children's room. Brady needs his rest because he's got a big day ahead of him.
Okay. Good night.
It's his first visit to a real kindergarten. Teenager Chloe, on the other hand, is allowed to fall asleep close to the heartbeat of her foster parents in front of the TV. It'll be an exciting day for her little brother Brady. How will he do at the kindergarten? 2 weeks ago, 3 wolf pups were born at the animal park Schorfheide in Germany.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
Nanny Pascal Uke is taking care of the babies until they're ready to join their new adoptive parents at a zoo. It's important to check the weight of the pups, and it's also a good way for Pascal to meet her 3 new babies.
That must be the little male. Oh, let's weigh him first and then we can prepare the bottles and give them to all of them. I've noticed that you really need a lot of patience. They often need up to 5 minutes before they catch on with the feeding. Can take quite a while before they eat.
The trip will take longer because we'll have to make several stops. We have to stop at least every 3 to 4 hours so that the pups can be fed.
Of course we try to cover everything, but I know that I can let them go. I feel confident that they will be well taken care of.
Now it's time for Imke to say goodbye to her 3 little wolves. They're supposed to form a pack with 2 grown wolves at a zoo. But the introduction is a dangerous undertaking. If their adoptive parents don't take to them, they could get injured or killed. It's a 560-mile trip to the future home of the triplets, the Innsbruck Zoo in Austria. Future foster parents Tristan and Jesko have no idea that they'll soon have some new family members in their midst. The pups at the zoo are ready for breakfast. And it's high time, too. These 3 are starving.
Whose turn is it now? How about Rabea? Because you didn't drink anything last time.
This little room at the Innsbruck Zoo has been home to the pups for the past 2 weeks. They're acclimatizing nicely to their new surroundings, and Pascal has been accepted as their new replacement mommy.
They're in a phase where they get frightened quite easily. It took a while for them to get used to the new noises and sounds in this room. But they've been here for 2 weeks now, so any noise, such as the water tap and so on, is okay with them now. They aren't disturbed by me either, but any new sounds rattle them terribly.
The triplets are already developing their own personalities and want to have things their own way.
The females are always more active. The male just lies down somewhere and licks me or lies on his back and wants to get scratched.
And like all babies, the little wolves protest when it's time to go to sleep.
Come here, sweetheart. Now cut it out. It's time to go to bed. I know it's been an exciting day, but you have to sleep now. That's it. It's sleep time.
The 3 little ones are now ready to move to the outside enclosure. How will they be received by the grown wolves? Morning time means running around to baby wombat Brady. There's nothing like a little exercise with Daddy Manfred.
Bottle time for little wombats. And now we have a bottle for breakfast.
Mommy Helen has her hands full in the morning. Everyone is waiting for breakfast. Finally, everything is ready. And the Heides can also enjoy some quality time with their babies. Stepsister Claire, a baby wallaby, is also at the breakfast table. Chloe's already had her breakfast and is waiting in the outside enclosure.
Well, it started very much as an interest 40 years ago. And it now turned into this all-consuming passion. And we have hand-raised hundreds of little wombats over many, many years. And it's a very rewarding thing to be involved in. Native animals have a very raw deal because we have upset the environment to that point that if native animals can't survive out there, we can't either. In the back.
But everything has to be in order. Brady has to endure a daily regiment of exams. Manfred and Helen keep an exact log of each one of their darlings, and every little thing has to be jotted down exactly. Everything is included. Even their excrement is cataloged to help determine if there are any illnesses. All this work has made the hyenas wombat experts.
This is 100 animals later. And we have hand-raised, Helen and myself, we have hand-raised that many wombats, I just can't even tell you. We can advise zoos, fauna parks, interstate and overseas, on how best handle small animals. They haven't got the experience we have.
How will Brady handle all the children at the kindergarten today? The wolves are slowly being prepared for life outside the cozy nursery. They'll be moved to an outside enclosure closer to the adult wolves.
All this is new for you, isn't it? The straw is rustling. You've never heard that before. But you know the box is here.
Schau mal, die Kiste kennt ihn. So.
This is only a temporary home for them. They'll be here for the next 6 weeks. Then we'll try to integrate them with the grown wolves, Jesco and Tristan. I just really hope that those two will take over my role and continue raising these 3 like I've been doing up to now.
In the outside enclosure, Tristan and Jesco are unusually nervous. It's almost like they can sense what Nanny Pascal has in mind.
The lighter one is the alpha male, and the other one is the beta. He was just put in his place because he greeted me first. If he begins to fight with Jesco or sublimates himself, I have to be careful not to get in the middle. Now he's growling at me. I don't quite know why. It's the first time that's ever happened. Maybe he thought Jesco's here. Now he's looking at me. I don't make eye contact with him when he's like this. He just wants to be scratched and petted, that's all.
Pascal has known these two for years, but still has to be very careful with these wild animals.
When he growled earlier, he must have already felt Jesco behind him. I couldn't sense anything yet, but a wolf is much faster than we are. And so I just pulled myself back and I sublimated myself. You always have to be very careful with these guys.
Will these two nervous males accept the 3 little orphans?
Okay, back to sleep.
Noon means nap time for Brady.
There you are.
In a few hours, he'll be heading off on his exciting outing to the Adelaide kindergarten. But before that, he needs to gather some much-needed strength with a power nap.
There we go. Okay, I'll just take her upstairs. All right?
Teenager Chloe, on the other hand, needs activity. So, Manfred is letting her spend the day outside with the other wombats.
And I'm gonna get you some food.
Even Manfred knows that it's time for a change for Chloe.
She's now a teenager, and she needs a little bit more exercise than we could give her inside the house. So these are sort of first stage outside enclosures.
Manfred now has time for his daily wombat rounds.
That also keeps their claws sharp. So there's holes everywhere, and in no time it looks like a moonscape. However, it's my job to fill the holes in, and it's their job to dig them all back out again. But everything is done for the safe housing of these rather unique animals. And as you can see, wombat teeth have to be nice and sharp, and wombats can in actual fact chew a hole in an absolutely flat board. This is what one wombat has done in a sleeping box. So you can see wombat teeth are extremely sharp and are kept sharp because of the continuous chewing.
After Manfred's round, Chloe's hungry, and she doesn't mind if her daddy Manfred takes her back into the house for a snack. Even a rambunctious teenager will not say no to a yummy bottle of milk.
I'm a fast worker, I am. So you're making a mess. Oh, you're fast. You're a fast wombat. Look, it's all gone. We do not release injured and orphaned animals back into the wild because of the long captivity and the intensive handling of these animals. We can't release them back into the wild. Would you like a tummy rub now? We'll have a tummy rub. We'll have a tummy rub. Oh, we'll have a tummy rub. Wombats like tummy rubs. Good, isn't it? Nice tummy rub.
It's high time now for Wombat Brady's big adventure. Wolf pups Rabia, Rowan, and Raksha have now been in the outside enclosure for 3 months. They've gotten used to life outside, and now it's time to finally introduce them to Tristan and Jasko. However, Pascal has to manage this carefully. This is an introduction that could have grave consequences.
Das hier ist der Schmusewolf. Ist der Schmusewolf, gell?
The time has now come to say goodbye. Nanny Pascal is heavy-hearted, and the pups sense that, but this is the next step to freedom for these growing wolves.
We really don't know how Jasko and Tristan will react. I mean, they know what pups are. They've had pups themselves. They've smelled my clothes and smelled the pups on them for the past 8 weeks, so they're familiar with their smell already. But the worst case scenario is that they kill them, and it's absolutely vital that they don't do that. It's important we establish these wolves as a pack.
The last cuddles with the wolf pups before Pascal moves them into the larger enclosure with the adult wolves.
It's almost like they're saying their goodbyes. But I'm here. I'm right here.
These 3 still don't realize that they're about to encounter a whole new way of life, and that they'll become part of a real wolf family. That is, if everything turns out well. The adult wolves have an incredible sense of smell, and they seem to sense change in the air. The zoo staff is keeping them distracted and occupied with food for now. Will this long journey end happily for the little wolf pups? Will Tristan and Jasko accept the triplets? Arrival at the kindergarten in Adelaide. Hopefully Brady is well rested and can cope with all the children.
And I brought you something.
Oh, let's have a
Look, his little Brady, his first outing.
Oh, how old is he?
Oh, he's about 11 months old.
Hello, Brady.
11 months old.
Very excited.
Yeah. He's never been out. Well, that's Brady for sure.
These city children are eagerly waiting to make Brady's acquaintance.
Have a look what I brought you today. Huh? What do you think this is? A wombat. That's a real live wombat. So it takes a long time before he gets really, really big. Now we have to get his feet down. Okay? He's got feet everywhere. There you are. There we
The
go.
little wombat seems to be doing just fine in the spotlight.
Come on.
He doesn't want to, does he? No.
His first day at kindergarten, you see. He has to learn too. He has to learn. Oh, now he's going to push it out. Okay, there you go.
Where is he going?
Oh, he's going to have a look around. Have an outing, you see. First time in kindergarten.
Where are we going to have a
Come on, you character. Now, who wants to give the wombat a pat? Okay, well, I tell you what, okay? All come along here and you can give wombat a pat on the back there, okay? Not on the nose, all right? Yeah, he's looking at you, all right? He's good, isn't he? Huh? He's a real wombat. You too? Look. See, Brady is a lovely wombat. Okay?
With all that attention, what wombat wouldn't enjoy an outing to a
See,
kindergarten?
now he's only a little...
rough nose?
Well, that's a special wombat with a rough nose like that. And a little hairy-nosed wombat has a very silky nose. And maybe next time we'll bring you a hairy-nosed wombat. Okay, you have a touch and a pat. Okay, next one. Thank you very much for helping. And we're going to put Brady back in his little pouch.
They probably haven't seen a wombat close up before, most of the children. You might have seen one at the zoo.
Thank you. But not as close as this.
No, and they probably haven't ever touched one before.
No.
Mission accomplished, and Brady is happy to be back home.
There you are.
How did it go?
Oh, very good. Very good. He thoroughly enjoyed it. That's good. Look, here he is.
Hello,
Hey.
sweetheart. Oh, you're a lovely boy.
First-
yeah, your mum's
First
boy.
time in the kindergarten.
Did you like the children, eh? Were they lovely? Yes.
And so, a wonderful day comes to a close for Brady and the Haidas. The atmosphere is thick at the wolf compound. The new arrivals are being watched very closely. The first approaches are very timid indeed. While Tristan is the more courageous, Jesco is holding back and merely observing. After a slow start, it looks like these five will get along. Who would have thought that this introduction could go so smoothly? But the all clear can't be called yet. The family peace could be over very quickly. So, Pascal is keeping a very close eye on the adult wolves and their behavior towards the little ones.
I'm really surprised how calm and quiet Tristan was. Rowan made the first step. He went outside and was the first one to make contact with Tristan. Rabea then joined in afterwards. Rachka, who's normally always the first, was very timid. Very surprising.
Jesco is still remaining rather skeptical about this introduction, but that will change in time.
The little ones will approach him. They've already tried, but he's very timid and skeptical, and he runs away immediately.
Two of the wolf pups seem quite content in their new surroundings, and the third one will warm up to the new parents as well.
3 hours have gone by now, and I haven't seen the pups in a while. I'd really like to spot them now, so that I know that they're all right.
Everything is going well. Of course, the alpha male Tristan took on the role of provider for these pups. Now, the only thing worrying Pascal is the food situation. Tristan will have to pre-chew the food for the little ones and regurgitate it so that they can eat it. If everything works out, there's nothing more to worry about. So far, this patchwork family seems to have bonded beautifully.
I'm really glad that Tristan is being so patient and calm. He's taking care of them already. It's a load off my mind for sure.
And so, thanks to Pascal, the Innsbruck Zoo now has a new pack of wolves. Next time on Wildlife Nannies, Patamelon baby Tyla gets a little sister. And before these fruit bats can get their pilot licenses, they have to go for a medical checkup. Will Nanny Roy be able to teach them to fly? And Streppy the zebra is getting hard to handle at the farm. Will he find a friend?